Hello, this is Steve David Kozik, Chief Spiritual Officer for the LoveMakers Foundation, a 501c3 charity whose purpose is to bring love to the world, and just as importantly, to bring love to each and every person on the planet. And first of all, I want to thank Deborah Toyes Kozik, our CEO, and I want to thank all of our LoveMakers for bringing love to the world. I've reached my peak of frustration with what's happening in the world. The divisiveness in the United States is driving me crazy. The world at war, very disappointing. From that, I've developed today's love message. Radical love, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself should not be a radical love message, should it? But love your neighbor as yourself is found in the book of Matthew, spoken by Jesus. After Jesus said, love God with all your mind, heart, body, and soul as the great commandment, the second great commandment is love others as you love yourself. It seems like such a simple command, doesn't it? And yet we're in a world torn by demonstrations, by divisiveness in every element, whether it's political, whether it's social, people even using the Bible and Christianity to keep people down, to divide us. That's not what Jesus was about. That's not what that statement, love others as you love yourself, is about. Your neighbor is everybody else in the world. This is not just a call for kindness. This is a revolution whose time has come to bring love to the world. And of course, implicit in that is loving yourself. If you can't love yourself, it's difficult to love your neighbor. And when we say love your neighbor, we're talking about what Martin Luther King said, because love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. But it takes a lot of love, doesn't it? It takes really unconditional love to see love in everyone. And it's not a passive thing, is it? You have to be actively loving. You have to be actively giving and transformative in love. Love is a healing force. There's a sacred power in love that logic or thoughts can't handle. It's love. It's that power, that internal power of love that empowers us, that nourishes us. That's the essence of all that is. As Lao Tzu said, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone gives you courage. It's time for us to love everyone. It's time for us to let love overcome. The truth shall overcome, and love is that truth. Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. The world has a wounded heart, doesn't it? The world needs love. The only thing the world needs more of right now is love. Every spiritual tradition is about love, whether it be Christianity, but nobody practices it, do they? Do you practice love? I know as LoveMakers we do. God is love. In Buddhism, compassion is the way to enlightenment. In Sufism, love is the fire that burns the self to the beloved. It's all about love. But, for some reason, people don't get it. Look at these ICE raids and the way, immigrants are treated, illegal or not. Look at these demonstrations happening in the United States. The violence that breaks out. Look at the way that people aren't necessarily telling the truth. And it's perhaps both sides of the political spectrum. It's a lack of tolerance. Jesus told a story about the Samaritan, a good Samaritan. Nobody liked the Samaritans, but somebody decided to help a Samaritan. And Jesus used that story to tell the world that you have to love everyone. Not just your family, not just your friends. You have to love everyone. See that spark of love in everyone. In 1 John 4:20, we are reminded whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. If you're not loving, what does that really say about you as an individual? What does that really say about life as it is here in the planet? Today's political climate really encourages us to take sides, to be divisive, to label people. But as Mr. Rogers once said, your neighbor is the person who is right next to you, and everyone else in the world is your neighbor too. Why can't we understand that we're all connected? We're all connected. If I hurt you or put this person down, we're just hurting ourselves, aren't we? Love is a revolutionary act. I'm encouraging us. I'm trying to tell everyone that love is the revolution now. It says, I see you, I honor you. I'm not going to let fear define our relationship. I'm going to fearlessly, with courage, love everyone. And it may not always work out. But what that means is to love with peace. If it's a demonstration we want, do it peaceably. If it's to give people, it's to speak of love. It's not to judge. It's to love. It's to encourage. Because love is the bridge between you and everything, between you and everyone. Robert Ingersoll said, we rise by lifting others. For some reason, people seem to think that by putting other people down, by classifying people, by, casting them out of their lives and their society because they disagree with something, that's not going to help anybody. It's the law of cause and effect. All people are really doing when they act out of love is hurting themselves. So we have to be wise. Living love in action is what we're talking about today. Be present, show up, engage, love. Be curious, ask questions, understand others before commenting. Be kind. Small acts of kindness can go a long way. Everything we do in life reverberates and resonates throughout all of life. You throw a small rock into a pond, it creates little waves, little baby waves, doesn't it? I'm asking you in this moment to create the waves of love. Be brave, speak the truth, act in truth, think the truth of love with grace and humility. And as my favorite saying now that I've created is, love your neighbor no matter what. In John 13:35, Jesus says, by this everyone will know that you are my disciples. If you love me, if you love one another, you then will love me. This is a message to all the Christians out there who are judging. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about love. And that means unconditionally seeing the spark of others and acting and speaking and behaving appropriately in love. In closing, all I have to say is that in 1 Corinthians, the Apostle Paul wrote, let all that you do be done in love. Dear God, this moment, I know that love is the way. We know that love is the way. We are love. And we act, speak, and think only love. And this moment, the paradigm for this country and for this world is moved to love. I humbly thank you and recognize your infinite power and love and wonderful grace. And release these words as absolute truth. And again, we thank you. So it is so, amen. So go out, give love, think love, seek love, be love, teach love. But most of all, know that love is the way.